right. I think I'm live. Hi, Holly, can you hear me? We'll see if my audio is working. Can anybody hear me? Hi, Juanita. Hi, Norma. Hi, Diana. Hi, Lynn Show. Hi, Mary. Yeah, you can hear me. Yay. So those who were on the last live stream, which was like 5 minutes ago, for some reason my audio went. I am under like thick clouds, and I have a feeling that's why. So, let's see. Yes, and you can hear me? Good. Oh, good. You donated. Oh, thank you, Mary. What was your question? The link in the description. I don't have, I took off the, what do you call it? Oh my God, what do you call it? The slow mode. I took that off because I have a feeling that may have been part of the problem. Thank you, Holly, for letting me know. Mary, if you want to go ahead and ask your question, I'm more than happy to. I am taking donations first, and I'm going to be honest, it's because I really need to. YouTube, they're not paying people like they used to at all. So, but I also want to answer other questions too. It's not just about donations. I want you to know that. All right. So, Mary, you're wondering how your potential love interest feels about you. You're both Geminis. Both Geminis. Interesting. All right. I'm going to use the Psychic Tarot, which I love for Gemini, by the way. Oh, by the way, I have a Gemini moon. Oh, look at that. Soulmate is the one that came in the upright, but I want to give him a cut before we take him. But there is soulmate. Okay, let's see. Mary, how does your potential love interest feel about you? Well, okay, first of all, 8 of Swords, self-created prison. So your love interest may have some fear relating potentially maybe to a commitment. And then we have temptation. That's the card of Capricorn. It's the devil. But it's, it's funny because, Mary, this can talk about like where, this could be you or your love interest, where there's a fear about potentially making a true commitment. Now, it doesn't mean I don't want to. It just means there's something that hasn't been dealt with, right? In the 8 of Swords, again, trapped in fear. That's a self-created prison. The devil is the influence, is like a dark influence over it. So I feel like someone has to free themselves from that. But let's keep going. Okay, well, they came in reverse, so we're going to keep them in reverse. We have victory and success. I like that. And then we have deception and envy. This is the 7 of Swords. Victory and success is the 6 of Wands, by the way. Deception, envy. First of all, I kind of love that deception and envy came in reverse, Mary. But it is mirroring the 8 of Swords. I feel like someone here may not 100% trust You know, it's like the fear of like, you know, will there be loyalty, that type of thing. But it is in reverse, but so is victory and success. So let's keep going. By the way, if the sound cuts out, please let me know, guys. Look at this, rest and rejuvenation. This is the Four of Swords, but it came in reverse. You know, I feel like that's about healing. What am I healing here? I'm healing my mind. I'm healing the fear that holds me back. Where is that fear coming from? Probably prior deception. Because it's in reverse, I feel like doesn't mean necessarily here, you know, in this relationship or in this potential, but it's there, you know, and I feel more this is of the past. It's like this dark influence, mental conflict. Interesting. There's a lot of power, strength card, another 8, 2 8s do signify a new beginning. Also, as above, so below. But I feel like right now, there is there's just a lot of fear, maybe potentially in making a commitment. Again, it feels like it's from a lower influence. Now, what do I mean by that? I mean, we're a spiritual being having human experiences, but sometimes we get hung up in these human experiences, right? Why? Well, it's saying because at one time there was energy that just I couldn't trust. It is in reverse. So I feel like that does change. Rest and rejuvenation, I feel like that's a period of time, right? Like I've got to be able to heal these thoughts, you know, this conflict. Now, the 8 has gone down to a 2. I like that a lot. And then the strength card between or after that, that is about finding balance within. Now, I'm not sure which one of you, or maybe both of you, do seem to have. And then look at this, balance. That's exactly what the strength card's calling for, balance. You know, someone may have been through a divorce. And maybe it's not what I expected. You know what I mean? Maybe I expected to be with someone forever, and it didn't work out that way. You know, so I had to cut ties. The strength card seems really important here because I got to find that balance within myself. I feel like, you know, you're asking how this person feels about you. This isn't talking about like I don't have great feelings towards you. It's just showing you the fear of potentially maybe making a commitment. I want a little more clarity on that though. Look at that, the Tower. But the Tower's in reverse. So we're going to take that. That's what the 8 of Swords is built on. Previous towers. That's why I'm trapped in this prison. Previous towers. So someone hasn't cleared that energy. And until that energy is cleared, you know, I feel like we're doomed to repeat it. Or not doomed to repeat it, but like kind of stuck in that energy. Conflict and defeat. And then the Chariot. Well, the Chariots is the best news on the table so far. So let's talk about, first of all, balance, power. They all speak about, you know, when you think of justice, think of the scales, right? And if the scales aren't balanced, within fairness isn't balanced, just isn't balanced, right? And where is it coming from? It's coming from within. It's definitely coming from within. There is a previous tower that is definitely at play here. And again, it's of a lower energy, but someone has to see that. You know, like someone, and no one can break someone free from the 8 of Swords except the person who created that 8 of Swords. Okay. And then we have the Moon. So the Moon's a little bit of uncertainty, but it's also dreamy energy in the same, you know, the same breath. So, I feel like, well, I want to take one more look at that. Love begins. Okay. Well, Mary, this is saying that a previous tower has really played a number on someone. Previous deception has really played a number on someone. Now, I feel like this energy was coming from like, I keep saying lower type vibration, but I do feel like it was from lower type vibration. I feel like the Chariot does give the ability for this to like heal itself, or who's ever trapped in this prison to free themselves. But again, they have to do it. I do like that the 8 came down to the 2, and then the strength card right next to it. So I feel like the potential, like, I forget what your question was, Mary, and that's what happens. I just start reading what's in front of me. But you have the Ace of Cups, so it does speak of love. But I feel like the fear factor, I don't want to say stronger than the love, but for this love to flow, this has to be dealt with. I feel like there's no way around it. And if that's you in the 8 of Swords, whoever created that prison is the only one who can set themselves free. Now, if it's them, there's not much you can do about that, right? There really isn't much you can do about that. You can certainly send your loving energy, but other than that, I feel like, and it's definitely showing why. It's definitely being very clear why previous deception, tower moments, this person is in their head, a fear potentially of commitment. Doesn't mean that I don't want a commitment in my life, but it's because other ones haven't gone that great. However, the Chariot, again, the Chariot represents 2023, and it is unlimited potential. But what moves the Chariot? Our intentions. So I feel like, Mary, there is love, but there's also issues. Now, I do feel like all these issues can be dealt with. I don't feel like it's easy, um, but I feel like it is definitely possible. Definitely possible, because the Chariot with Love Begins wouldn't have come out otherwise. Uncertainty as when, but let's just say as soon as the mind is free, I feel like then the heart is open. I hope that helped. I know that was not the easiest reading, but I feel like it's getting to the heart of the matter, which is what we want. We want to get to the heart of the matter. Okay. It's his past. Yeah, that's what I kind of felt, Mary. I kind of felt it was on his side. Doesn't mean it can't, that you can't be carrying a little of that energy also, but especially with the 4 of Swords in reverse, could be a little bit of refusing to allow that energy to heal. But I also feel divine will intervene. I really do. All right, guys. I don't know what that sound was. I don't have slow mode on, so I have to keep scrolling back and forth. I hope you guys are okay with that. Hi, Enchanted Wantress. You want to move abroad permanently, but don't know how yet. Do you see settlements for me? So I feel like that's my phone. I feel like you're thinking more financially, but let's bring in the tarot dreams, because I love the tarot dreams for anything that speaks like of our wishes and desires. So, Enchanted Wanderess, this is for you. You want to move abroad permanently, but you don't know how yet. Do you see settlements coming for me? All right. So, let's put that out there. Let's give him a cut. And I'm going to shuffle. funny, when I started this, I'm like, I'm not going to shuffle. I'm just going to take off the top of the deck. But then I started shuffling. Okay, wow. 6 of Cups. I feel like you probably have been abroad before, because I feel like this is happy and treasured moments of that. You know, I feel like keep that first and foremost in your heart. We have, look at this, the 3 of Wands, an optimistic view. This is about starting something new and taking a step into it. Hello, Palace of Pentacles. Wow. And then look at this. Oh my God, the Palace of Cups right next to the Palace of Pentacles. I mean, it's love and money, love and money. But you want to know how. You want to know, first of all, I feel like keep that dream alive. Hello, lovers. Head over heart decision. King of Wands. Maybe this king is going to help in some way. You know, you said settlements. Maybe this king, because above the king is the 3 of Wands. So it's the ability to have that optimistic energy. With the Death card, closing of the door so that there can be a rebirth. You know, I feel like, I don't know if you have applied for jobs yet abroad, but that may be one of your answers. Like applying for something before I actually move there. I do feel like you're going to move there, and I do feel like you're going to move there permanently. Otherwise, I don't think the palaces would have came out. Now, I feel like your heart wants it, right? And I feel like your guides want it for you also. Let's just take just a couple more. Look at this, the Ace of Pentacles. So yes, you're receiving the way. The Ace of Pentacles, you know, it's something that's coming into your physical world. It's going to expand it. I feel like it's going to show you the way, or it's literally money. It's literally settlements. I don't know if someone has passed away and that's why the Death card is here. And then you're receiving some type of settlement because of that. You know, I'm not sure on that. However, I kind of feel that. The more I say it, the more I feel it. And then the Ace of Pentacles mirroring the Lovers, head over heart decision. Follow your heart. Follow your heart. But I do feel like the way is going to be shown for you. I feel like part of it is money. You know, it is money. But I also want to say, like, plan as much as you can in the same breath. So it's almost like, you know, can I send resumes over? Try to set, you know, like get a plan in action. So not only do I feel like the potential of it happening is there, I feel like you said permanently, and the palaces to me are permanent. You know, the Palace of Pentacles, that is abundance. The Palace of Cups, that is love. I mean, to have them by side, and then the Ace of Pentacles below it, it is the way. So yeah, I do think it is going to happen. And whatever the settlements mean for you, I feel like that's going to happen too. I mean, I just love that you got the Palace and the Palace of Pentacles and the Palace of Cups. I hope that helped. Okay. I'm just scrolling. Sorry, guys. Lisa, thank you. You did the $5 donation. But then you said I keep going in and out. Am I still going in and out? Okay, working. Good. Okay. Let me keep going. Lisa, I don't see a question for you, but I'll come back and look again. But I'm going to go back to D again. D, will there be a new relationship coming in for me, not my ex, this year with a decent man? Can you tell me about him? I'll tell you as much as I can. Let's bring in a new deck. Let's bring in the Gilded Tarot. So, is there going to be a new relationship for D? And we're not interested in exes. Is it coming in this year? And if so, what can we know about him? What type of person? What can we know for D? By the way, guys, I have chat replay on, so once we're done here, you can go back and listen to these. If maybe I read you, but you had to leave or something. Okay. For D, any new relationship? Who? When? What kind of person? Oh, D. Ace of Cups. D. The Lovers. Holy cow. Now, the Lovers does mean a head over heart decision, but I don't feel that here. I feel like this is talking about love. Ace of Cups being the very first card, D. Holy crap. We'll take it. Okay, so I feel like the answer is yes. But now I want to know more about this person. It's interesting because in the Lover's card, you can see I often think of like the Empress and the Emperor. But you can see that like one is in the physical form and the other is somewhat in like you can say spiritual form. I just feel like it just means we haven't met yet. Right? We haven't met yet, but doesn't mean their energy's not there. Okay, tell us more. Tell us more. Taking his good old time, but that's okay. Oh. We have the Four of Swords. We have the Four of Cups. Interesting. 2 fours back to back. 1 4 speaks about healing. And the other one can speak about inactivity. However, I want you to look at this Four of Cups. This person is being handed a cup. And I feel like they're being handed a cup from the hand of God. Now, not only are you being handed a cup, but here it is. And they're marrying each other. So the Four Cups says use your spiritual discernment, right? Now, I also feel like you may have been in a period of time when you're truly healing yourself, healing your spirit, healing your soul type energy. But I feel like the Four of Cups is now saying you're about to move out of that type of energy and into more action. But the Four Cups would say you need to take that action also. We have the Nine of Wands. Well, I feel like if we're speaking about the person here, this is someone who'd be a hard worker. This is someone who knows their own responsibility as it relates to anything in life, This is someone who has looked at their life and can say, like, I know why that didn't work out. I know my part in it. So I feel like it's someone who's matured. Now, doesn't mean old. It just means they have matured. This is someone who knows their part in love. I love that for you. But let's take a couple more. D, come on, destiny. When the wheel shows up, I feel like we need to let go of exactly how this love may show and exactly what this love will look like. And instead, what we need to do is just put our trust in divine. I said this to someone earlier, it may have been you, where if this is a soulmate type of energy, and it certainly looks that way, then it's more about where is our vibration. The higher our vibration, the higher that the vibration that must meet us. And if it's not vibrating in the same level, then it's going to fall away, and we need to let it fall away. This is destiny. D, this is destiny. This is quite beautiful. All right. Oh my God, the Knight of Pentacles, my favorite knight. This is to me, it's guardian angel energy. This is the most loyal knight. So that also to me is a hint. I do feel like this is someone who has been through life, who's had to like take time out and allow themselves to heal. But I feel like they have. And I feel like it's important. It was important to them. They want to be the best that they can be. Knight of Pentacles, it's heading right to the wheel. And what does this Knight of Pentacles bring in? First of all, it is the most loyal knight. So I feel like it's saying that this person can be very loyal. But this pentacle that this knight is bringing in is meant to expand your world. Expand it. And then, hello, Chariot, potentially this year. The potential is unlimited. How can that be? Because my intentions control the Chariot. I tell the Chariot where to go. And if I'm not ready for the Chariot won't show. I do feel like it's talking this year. Maybe it's even a Cancer. Now, as I say that, I don't want you to think that, because I don't want you to think like a Virgo comes in, let's say, and may be the perfect match. You're like, nah, you're not a Cancer. I can't take you. Don't even think that. But it is the energy. So let's say the energy of Cancer. Well, Cancer is such a loving heart and a loving soul. I feel like whoever this is has lived a lot of life, has definitely had some towers, but it definitely reflected upon them, has grown. Now, listen, maybe they're not quite there yet, even though, again, we're in the year of the Chariot. And I do feel like soulmates are coming together this year. And everything is pointing back to the wheel. D, this is quite beautiful. The main thing is in the Four of Cups right above that Chariot. Do I take that cup? And here it is. It shows. Again, I feel like it is from the hand of God. To me, that means it is soul intended. Sometimes we want love now, but we don't, to be true to ourselves, we don't want it until that person is ready to love us the way we deserve to be loved. And we're ready to love them in the way they deserve to be loved. I feel like this person is very, very good for you. Very good for you. Okay. Wow. That was quite beautiful. I just want to thank your guides for that. Okay. I'm trying so hard to get as many as I can. Yes, he experienced a lot of deception in the past. Well, and he's healing that. Oh, good. I'm glad it helped, Mary. Trust in divine. Trust in divine. And let go of what you can't control. And, what wants to show will show. What's on your wheel will show. But will we be ready for it? Sometimes it's not them. Sometimes we need to be ready also. Anyway. You're welcome, Enchanted. Yes, you've been abroad. I just had a feeling you have. Sent payment with PayPal, TNT. TNT. Dynamite. You worked before in a job, but quit because you want to be your own boss. Well, didn't you get the Emperor, I believe? Enchanted, I think you got the Emperor. Or the Emperor, which I often see as a business owner. And you're very welcome. All right, Evan. Hi, Evan. Is the direction you're heading... Wait, am I heading in the correct direction and spiritual path? You know, I almost feel like I don't even need the cards to tell me that, because I already feel that. I already feel that you are. But we're going to go ahead and take some cards on that. Evan. You know, and don't forget, like, there's not just one path. If we have free will, and if we decide to, like, take a right instead of a left, our guides will recalculate, recalculate. What's that word? Not recalculate, but you know what I mean? Like your GPS, like, oh, they went a different direction than we told them. That's okay. But let's just see what your guides have to say. This is for Evan. All right, my whole deck is in reverse, so I'm going to turn them around. You have the Knight of Swords. I don't know, Evan, right off the bat, it makes me feel like your voice being important. Hello, Ten of Cups. House of Harmony, House of Love, fulfillment, laughter, joy. Doesn't mean there's no issues in this house. It just means that we can get through it. Why? Because I worked my way up to that 10. I started the 2, the 3, the 4, the 5. Interesting that I don't know what you do is from the home, but I feel like the importance of your voice, Evan. Just keep going. I mean, right at the bat, it's telling me yes, but I want to give you a little bit more detail. You know, if you're looking for that 10 of Cups, it's going to show. And if you're in that 10 of Cups, again, you know, it's the House of Harmony. It can mean relationships or what have you. We have the 6 of Swords came in reverse. Okay. Why? Why did the 6... Look at that. What is going on? Did I not turn my deck around? It's like half my cards are in reverse, half are in the upright. We have the Hermit. Okay. I'm going to let them be as they are. But let's just take what we already said. Look at the Hermit. So the Hermit is the wise one, right? The Hermit is, I mean, people read differently. I read through my feelings. I read intuitively. Not always what the cards mean, but I do keep them in mind. The Hermit is about shining your beacon of light for others. So I feel like you are we're all a spiritual being, but I feel like your spirituality is an important part of this journey. The 6 of Swords being reversed, the only thing I would say, Evan, is, you know, you may have to here and there take time out, look at your life, look at what's working, what's not working, who's good for you, who's not good for you, who holds you back, who lifts you up. Because I feel like the more you're able to do that, like anytime I see 5s, I think it's asking for a change, right? But because this is a 6 of Swords and it's in reverse, am I giving it the energy it deserves? So there may just be one element that feels like it's holding you back a little bit. But ultimately, you know, you don't have to be a Virgo to be the Hermit. It just means I feel like a spiritual path. And I also feel like, you know, what does the Hermit learn? Because the Hermit normally goes through the dark night, or the dark night of the soul, let's say. And the Hermit ultimately learns, you know, I'm seeking the light. And the Hermit learns that, oh my God, I am the light. I am the light. And when I learn that, then I turn around and I want to shine that light for others. And that's why I think your voice is important. Now, it doesn't mean you go into a business doing anything like that. I just feel like that's just your natural energy. We have the Three of Cups. It's so strange, this deck. Like, I always have my decks in order. But, I don't know. Let's take a couple more, Evan. All right. We have the Seven of Cups. It talks about choosing wisely. We have the King of Swords, the Hangman. We have, well, actually, I just switched them around. We have the Eight of Wands, which is very fast-moving energy. It's also what I think about, I bring about. So it's your intention. It's like whatever intention I put out into the universe isn't dissecting and be like, okay, well, they're looking for, let's say, a job, but it must be in finance. It's whatever best for you at the vibration you're in. So I like that. And we have the Six of Wands in reverse, and then the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. Okay. Now, I'm going to be honest. I don't feel like the majority of these cards are meant to be in reverse, even though they showed that way. I think it was more human error. Yeah, me. However, in the same breath, the Hermit touching the Hangman. This is about an awakening. This is an awareness. This is where I see truth. I wear no blindfolds, right? What is. Eight of Pentacles talks about whatever you focus on is what you're going to grow, Evan. It's really about trusting yourself and the ability to walk into something. Listen, sometimes I begin something, something piques my interest and I want to follow it, but I feel like, but I don't know enough. This is the energy of learning as you go. You don't have to know everything. You will learn as you go along. I feel like your voice, again, just like everybody's voice, is very important. But I feel like the voice is important when we found like our spiritual self, right? Because again, I just have a feeling that beacon of light, again, you're meant to shine it outwardly. First you're meant to shine it within and then outwardly. So anything new that you're beginning, begin it with a knowing that you can succeed because you can. So know that first and foremost. I feel like, again, the Hermit is having an awakening. Maybe haven't quite reached that, but I feel like, do we ever reach a complete, total awakening? I feel like probably cross over, then all is known. Not all is meant to be known, but I do feel like you have a very curious mind. So, what was your question? Are you heading in the correct direction on your spiritual path? Well, there you go. You did ask about spirituality, so that definitely fits. The answer is yes. Knowing your truth, speaking your truth. And I also feel like bringing it to the world in some fashion, some way. And the Six of Wands is really the energy of other people looking up to you because of the actions that you've taken. So again, 2 8s also. This can mean new avenues open up in your life. Don't fear them, move into them. I feel like once you trust your own spirituality, I feel like all opens for you. Not that it isn't already opening. So the answer is yes. You're on the path that your soul chose. Now, it doesn't mean your soul didn't have a backup plan. You know what I mean? Because I never like to say like, oh, this is the only path you can take. You can take any path you want and your guides are going to support you. But I definitely feel like you are having a spiritual awakening. And 10 of Cups, it's the house of harmony, house of joy. It's many different things. All right, we're putting those away because there's too many. They're just a mess. All right, I'm going to just skip back for a second. Empress of the universe, how are you? Katie, by the way, I did answer your question and I have live replay on it, so you'll find it there. Just so you know. I wanted to share my path through broadcasting and videos, specifically my twin flame Jeremy. She passed and she said the same about my voice and in mediumship. There you go. Been through dark and I'm trying to get out of my own way. Things are usually a bit weird with me. Thanks for pulling the cards. You're very welcome. I'm so glad it resonated. You know, sometimes I feel like, majority of times I feel like people are guided to the right reader, you know, and if it doesn't fit you, then don't make something fit you, right? Because maybe I'm not everybody's reader. Anyways, all right, Empress of the universe. You'd like to know if who has my heart and soul still thinks of me. All right, I'm going to bring in the crystal vision for that. D, I answered 2 questions for you. D, I hope you saw the last one because it was amazing. All right. So, if who's on your heart and soul still thinks about you. Excuse me, cards fell. Okay. D, I already answered them, my dear. All right. We have the Fool. We have the 6 of Pentacles. By the way, D, I'm sorry, I keep interrupting yours. But D, if you can't find it on here, just, once I'm done here, go to the chat or go to the live replay and you'll see your answer there. 2 answers. Okay. We have the 4 of Swords. And then we have Temperance. Interesting. I feel like what this is saying, first of all, Temperance is mirroring the Fool. The Fool is about fresh energy, right? Taking chances. The past, letting go of the past, letting go of the hardships of the past. 4 of Swords is healing that energy. But Temperance is about divine timing. So I do feel like that yes, you're probably still on their heart. But Temperance would also be, I feel like the controller of divine timing, like nothing before its time. Well, what's right before it? The 4 of Swords. Healing the heart, healing the mind, and healing the spirit. The Hangman. Seven of Swords. Kind of came in reverse, though. Look at this. The Ace of Wands with the Ace of Cups. Interesting. So, First and foremost, I feel like your message is about, listen, whether the person who is on your heart thinks about you or not, I feel like your message is saying, no matter what, this Ace of Cups is meant for you. Now, this Ace of Cups is connected to the Ace of Wands, which is passion. It is desired. It's something I desire. I love that the Seven of Swords is in reverse, untrustworthy energy, right? So it can be saying that, the person that's on your heart may have carried some untrustworthy energy and that would not have suited you. That is not what your guides would want, though you can learn from that. But nonetheless, I feel like temperance is really, temperance is like all in divine timing. Well, when is divine timing? When I take on the energy of the Fool. And that does mean I let go of the past. Now, again, it doesn't, I do feel like, yes, they think of you. But the truth of the matter is, I feel like no matter who this Ace of Cups belongs to, it's meant for you. And I also feel like you're going through a healing period. I know it really has nothing to do with your question, but I feel like you yourself are going through this healing period. And then the Ace of Wands, it's like Temperance is saying, I'll tell you when passion, or how do I say this? Like, um, because I feel like this is about something new. Even if it's someone old coming back, they would be in new energy. They wouldn't be carrying the energy of the past. They'd be carrying new, free, clear energy. And that's what you deserve, first and foremost. It's also interesting that the Ace of Cups is mirroring the Hangman. So, it may, like this Ace of Cups may not happen as soon as I wanted to, but it is saying just trust in your guides, trust in divine timing, especially if this is soulmate energy, because it's part of your wheel, it's part of destiny. But listen, the Seven of Swords is here, so I feel like there must have been some type of energy, even though it's in reverse, must have been some type of energy that was probably somewhat untrustworthy. And I feel like, the Six of Pentacles is like, do I have a tendency to give, but not receive? So if that's the case, that's the healing part of this message, right? But it is showing you no matter what, because I feel like, yes, this person still thinks of you, but I'm not 100% sold on the fact that this will be who's carrying this Ace of Cups. I have a feeling it's going to be someone different, and you may not like that, but in the same breath, I feel like it would only be better because, again, divine energy is what's controlling it. If you can trust in divine and know that this Ace of Cups is coming for you, right? And again, the Ace of Wands before that, you're going to feel it. You're going to know it. You may not know what, but it's like I start to feel this energy. Divine is saying, you need to heal your heart first, heal the mind first, because I feel like you have been through something. And it may have been some type of untrustworthy energy, and it may have played a number on you. So I've got to be able to heal that, let that go, because the Fool, again, I am not bringing my past into my present or into my future. Now, again, it doesn't mean that someone from the past can't show up in brand new, cleared energy. But, your question is, do they think about you? Yes. Your guides want you to know that, your love life isn't over. Quite the opposite, even if it feels like it, right? Because I have a feeling you're in this Four of Swords energy right now. And I do have a feeling also that you have a tendency to give and give, but are you able, or, I don't want to say demand, but you need to know that you need to receive as well as give. This is love. This is love. And it's guided by divine. So I feel like that, try to trust in. Try to trust in. Temperance is saying, I control divine timing. What do I need to do? What do I need to do, Temperance? I just need to be the Fool. I need to be ready to be able to take a chance, but I also need to clear past energy so that when this Ace of Cups finds me, as it will, I can be the best me within that ace, right? I can really allow myself to feel the passion and the desire and everything, the butterflies. So, clearing of the past energy, first and foremost, healing the mind and the soul. And then I feel like you're just going to feel it. You're just going to feel it. Okay, I'm going to let that be. I can only do about 10 more minutes. So, you know, I don't want people to donate and then be like, oh, Sandy, you didn't answer my question. That's all I can do. Okay. XX Fox. I recently took a pretty large financial loss. Will I be recovering this soon and be back on track? All right. I'm going to use Tarot Dreams. So you recently took a pretty large financial loss. Will you recover that and be back on track or better than? I feel like a card's flipped around. Look at that. The 10 of Pentacles is flipped around. XX. 10 of Pentacles is flipped around. Of all the cards, with your question, this is the House of Abundance. So do I think you're going to recoup? Yes. You know, again, it can look different than what you thought, but that is the House of Abundance. You know, that card alone answers your question. But let's take a couple more of that. And by the way, thank you for the donation. I keep forgetting to thank you guys for the donations. I truly appreciate it. The 3 of Pentacles, that's about your unique style. That's about what you do that's unique to yourself. You know, I love the 3 of Pentacles because, you know, it's like your guides are saying, what you do, even if a million other people do the same thing you do, nobody does it like you. And then you have the 7 of Wands. Standing your ground. We have the 5 of Wands. Interesting. I feel like something happened, like there's drama type energy. I wouldn't be surprised, and you may not like this, but sometimes I feel like, we're moved from one energy to another because it's time, or because there may be something bigger and better that maybe we haven't even thought of yet. We have the Queen of Swords, and then we have, the World. So the World is mirroring the 10 of Cups. Yes, I do feel like you're going to recoup it, and you may recoup more than you've lost. But here's the thing. I feel like the one thing you want to be careful of is not allowing yourself to get pulled into any kind of drama type energy, any type of ego type energy. Like, yes, you need to stand up for yourself and what have you, but sometimes, like in the 5 of Wands, there's no victor. There just isn't, it's just battling type energy. But immediately your guides come out and said, yes, you're going to recoup it. You're going to have the House of Abundance and the World. It may look different than what you expect, but nonetheless, here it is. It is the next chapter. So sometimes things come to an end, but that doesn't mean it's the end, right? I have a feeling you may even recoup more than you lost. Keep your unique self alive. Don't let anybody talk you out of anything. I hope that helped, XX Fox. D, I did answer. I did. I promise you. I did. And I think it was a $13.99 donation, and I did answer it. And I don't want to re-answer it because I don't feel like I should, and I don't mean because I don't want to. Um, it's because I felt like, listen, watch it on replay. And I'm going to be ending this pretty soon, so watch it on replay because it was quite a message, and that's why I don't want to redo it. You'll find it. You'll find it. And you know what? When I edit this in my studio, I will see if I can find your message and send you a message with it. All right, guys. Oh, okay, D. Are you talking about will my finances improve if I take a side hustle as a real estate agent in addition to doing my regular full-time job, administration job? Okay, maybe that's what you meant. And if that's so, I'm sorry. I did not see that one. But this is going to be my last one, guys. I'm sorry, but I have personal readings uploading, and I've got to get them over to those who have been waiting. So I do want to let everybody know that I have a membership program where we go live once a week, and you can ask me anything, and I don't even care how many questions there are. We usually go live for about 2 to 3 hours. And it's not a lot of us. You know, I try to keep it intimate. So think of that also. I'm not trying to push anything on anybody. I just want to let you know. Okay. D, will my finance approve if I take on a side hustle as a real estate agent? 2 of Pentacles. You know, that's the juggler's card. 10 of Swords. Interesting. I feel, you know, here's the only thing I would worry about, D, is I don't want you to burn yourself out. You know, if you feel like it would burn yourself out, but you know, but then again, when you need money, right? Let's keep going. We have the 8 of Wands, and then we have the Death card. So Death card's ending so that a rebirth can take place. Here's the thing. I feel like right off the bat, it's saying, yes, you can make, you know, you can improve your finances by doing it. And who knows, you may even end up moving into that field completely. But the only thing I want to say is be careful you don't burn yourself out. You know, like putting so many balls in the air. I want to just go right across Queen of Swords, the Devil, and the 9 of Swords. Yeah. So, you know, the 9 of Swords, I have a feeling you're kind of in that energy right now, which is a lot of worry. But it does speak of unnecessary worry at the same time. I don't know, D. I have a feeling that, first of all, I feel like yes, you can improve your finances. So that's a yes. Second, don't burn yourself out. So, because a lot of balls in the air with the 2 of Swords. But at the same time, I feel like you're very good as a real estate agent. Now, with the 9 of Swords here, you've got to know that. You've got to trust that. I feel like I kind of feel like there's been a dark cloud over you. And I feel like that cloud is starting to lift. It's starting to lift, but you also have to allow it to lift because that 9 of Swords, again, I can be too much in my head. Let's just go right over that. The Star, your hopes, your dreams, your wishes, but managing them. You know, I feel like if you have an interest in real estate, I don't know why I'm picking this up, but I feel like ultimately it could be an area where, you know, you're letting go of the administrative job and you're all in real estate. Now, I don't want to persuade you into anything. But this is saying follow your dreams. Be careful you don't burn yourself out. You know, give yourself like have enough time for play also. One more. The High Priestess. Your intuition. Trust your intuition. Trust your intuition when you're pushing yourself too far. But the answer is yes. The answer is definitely yes. And I don't know. I just get this feeling that I get this feeling you've been excellent in real estate. All right, and I'm sorry, Dee. I didn't see that question. So you must have asked 3. Okay, guys. I'm gonna go. I hate to end these. This is one of the reasons why, like, I don't do a lot of lives because I have a hard time, like, not answering all your questions. But again, I'm going to do more and more and more of these lives where it's just about you. I'm sorry this one was about donations, but I have to help myself too. But the next one, I'm just going to leave it open and like try to answer as many questions as I can. I'll take a day and just answer questions. Um, yeah. So I thank you for your time. I thank you for hanging in there, with the first read and, with the sound issues. Um, I love you all. If you're interested in more of these, subscribe to the channel, but make sure you hit that bell because it won't notify you that I'm going live unless you hit the bell. So just know that. But anyway, I thank you all. I love you all. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your night or beginning of your day. I know we have people from all over the world, so we're all in different time zones. So thank you for being here with me. Have a great day. Bye-bye. And if I missed your comment or said hi to you, I'm sorry. It's just really difficult because things fly. Like the comments just fly. So just know that I saw you, I love you, and I'll see you next time at our table. Bye-bye. Oh, and go to replay.